We're talking money today. We're talking one of the experiments, the first experiment that I've officially put on the channel. That is what a passive income strategy that many people have espoused, spit out of their mouth. Oh, all you have to do is just write a book. Yeah, write a book. Well, I wrote a book. Money text? No. Damn it. I wrote a book. It is called No Money, No Stuff. Is that going to be backwards and all messed up? Yeah, probably. No Money, No Stuff. It's about finance. I wanted to write a book. I wasn't super interested about making tons of sales or whatever, and I knew what was involved. All of these passive investments, once you get royalties, it's passive, but they require a lot of upfront activity, and they are tedious, time-consuming. They are businesses. All of these things you have to set up, even eventually if you reach passive income levels. They are basically like running a business, except investing in the stock market or the bonds or whatever. You learn the stuff, you invest, it just auto removes from your bank account all the money you want to invest every month, and boom, again, there you go. Watch one of my other videos about that, which I will put up because they're not up yet. So, with the book, this experiment, I will show you exactly to the penny how much I have made from my book, No Money, No Stuff on Personal Finance. I really wanted to just blabber out all of the stuff that I was taking in and learning about investing and finance, because I was not brought up with investment knowledge. So I would read a bunch of stuff on Investopedia, watch a lot of different YouTube videos, which you don't know who to trust, which is a big problem. Apart from going to Coursera or one of those online learning platforms, the MOOCs, massive online learning course, or whatever it stands for. I wrote about that in my book as well. It's hard. It's hard to get information that's reliable. So I was trying to gather stuff from sites and sources that I thought were reliable, even the MOOCs, and compile this, because one of the best ways to learn is to teach. So if you can teach someone about finance, and then you will know what you're talking about, especially if you are teaching correct stuff. So the book was an exercise in that. It was an exercise in writing. It was an exercise in just all around. I wanted to become an author, basically so I could flaunt that I was an author. You had a party. Hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a published author. It's nice to be able to say that. I've never said that once to anyone. That would be retarded. That's like saying, hi, yes, I'm Jordan, bachelor's degree. Jordan. I've got a BSc, Bachelor's of Science, scientific. Yeah, that's stupid. So instead, I wrote the book. I wanted to also use it as a reference, to go back to the stuff that I really cared about. So let me show you a couple chapters. Actually, let me just discuss the chapters really quickly, briefly overview. Okay, the table of contents, my background, why you should even listen to me, to give yourself credibility or not. People can immediately throw the book away and run. Okay, and then right first, I tried to lay it out, I think, pretty in a manner which would start you from the beginning and then lead you towards the end. My target audience were people like me who you're intelligent, you're educated, possibly through college, different stuff. You might not have a math background, but you're interested in money and finance and stuff like that. And you just want to level up your game, or you're in high school. That would be the ideal person to read this book. So, okay, table of contents. My background, budget basics. So all about establishing a budget. And that's one of the sections I'm going to heavily update with a new system I'm developing. It's not super new, but basically a way to not go over budget. You can have a budget, little tangents, you have a budget and you want to stay in that budget in these different categories. You have your spending for lattes, your spending for gas, spending for all these other categories. How do you not go over budget without looking every single day? Oh, my app. Okay, I got to log into this bank or log into that bank, especially if you have different banks. So I'm creating an efficient method to actually stick to your budget. So stay tuned for that. Post in the comments if you want me to make that video ASAP, and I will. All right, after the budget comes increase value, increase pay. All about learning, knowledge, assimilating information so you can make yourself useful to companies, going through accredited programs, Google IT certification, things like that. But not just that, but learning in general, like from brilliant.org. I'm not sponsored. I've got 2 views on this video. Of course, I'm not sponsored by them, but hey, one day, brilliant.org, learning, educating yourself, improving yourself. Even if you don't do it for the money, do it for the happiness or the unhappiness it brings to know math and then realize everything's deterministic. Taxes, very big thing you need to figure out. Hey, have I been lied to? Do I need to pay all these taxes? What are the loopholes? Is it good to start a business? All this stuff. I'm no accountant or anything, by the way, but I love knowing where my money's going. I love not giving 1 cent more to the government that I have to. I am a big fan of paying taxes and improving the whole community as well, and funding the military so that way we don't get attacked or having a strong military, very economically important. Anyways, taxes and how you can avoid paying too much taxes. There's a lot of talk about, pay 0 taxes and this and that. For the average person working a 9-to-5 job, a W-2 employee, the tax benefits that I have personally found are not great. There's only a few little things, and real estate is one of those, but there's caveats and gotchas and other things we can get into another. Okay, so after the taxes, more money math. So math about interest rates, math about why credit cards will destroy you if you just pay the minimum payment. You're paying 28% interest, Right after that, minimalism. The idea, the theory behind minimalism, not having multiple guitars, just one, maybe looking at someone playing guitar and getting satisfied. I don't know. It's just a funny little rant, funny little stories to keep you interested in the book. And then the 7th topic, a wealth of mindsets. These are little aphorisms and sayings and little things. I was heavily into Friedrich Nietzsche, and his book Beyond Good and Evil had a bunch of these, and I thought it was witty and cool and interesting, and I wanted to look intelligent, so I wanted to include that in my book. And then right after that, the road to wealth. So basically, how to take each of these topics, structure them, what exactly to do, the application, do this. Here's your setup, your high yield savings account. Invest in this when you have this amount and stuff like that. And then the appendix, and then more about me. My God, I'm narcissistic. My background and about the author, 2 different chapters. So let's go into the Kindle dashboard and see how much money I have made. The moment you've been waiting for from my book. Estimated royalties. Forever. I don't know how to go back in time to the beginning, the inception, the addition of this book onto it in 2020, was it? September? I don't know, a long time ago. But I've made $0 ever. That's how much money I've made in passive income after actively writing the book for months. And I had an editor look over it for just basic punctuation and grammar and things like that, which now you could have AI, hopefully, most likely do, like a Grammarly app. You could fact check it, possibly using AI. AI is going to be amazing with book creation. I'm definitely going to be using it to make the updated version of this book. So let's turn back to my talking head now and get out of the dashboard and reflect. Yes, reflections. As you can see, I have made nothing. Back to what I initially said in the beginning of the video. When you start these ideas, these investments of time, these investments of money, whatever, you need to have a plan, a goal that you set out to achieve. This could be like sell 100 copies, but you need to have an actionable plan. And in business, you can't just make a business, make a website, make a product or service and expect that people are just going to show up. The business I've made, the marketing company, I've had to email, cold call, cold outreach in general. and just be like, hey, I offer this service. I had to look around, see what other people are offering. You got it. Same thing for the book. You know, all of it, you approach every kind of endeavor you do that are going to be these side hustles or eventually passive incomes. And you have to say, okay, how do I approach this like a business? You develop the product, you develop the strategy to market the product, and Amazon and Kindle have some cool marketing tools, but those are all paid. Make sure you exhaust your free resources first. Posting it on social media, posting it on different, places, forums, online, Reddit, finance, all that stuff, YouTube, This is how you get the word out for free, but I would not expect a lot of traffic and sales from that. Then maybe start paying for advertising. These are the gambles that you've got to take as a business. So I want my book to sell. The next step in this is to budget a certain amount of money for marketing this book. But I don't want to market this book too heavily until I have made it vastly improved and just better for every person who reads it. So maybe if I can incorporate a free update, if Kindle automatically updates it, the only thing I need to update is this hardcover. But in the hardcover, I have a bunch of links because I wanted to write it as a direct digital product anyways, because I had a lot of information that I wanted to link to. I wanted it to be an interactive book. So I just kind of printed this out because it was like, hey, it's a physical thing. I can put it on my shelf. I am an author. Yes. So yeah, I have a bunch of links at the end of the book. I include a spreadsheet that you can click on. It goes to Google Sheets and it takes you to all the links you can click on when you go onto your computer. And I just put a little QR code in the appendix, which I'll show here. You can scan that and it will take you directly to the list, the resources that I cite, and the list of little tools and things. Have that for free. Play around with it. Okay, guys, I hope you got something from this video. This was my experiment. The first stages, I'm going to be tracking it. I'm going to put it on my website, blackshirtdude.com. And once I build the website, man, a long list of things to do, right? And I will be tracking the sales, how much money I've made, how many hours I put into it, including recording a video about this. So this is video 1 of passive income idea, writing a book. Stay tuned, subscribe for more if you care. Bye.